Here are the most mind-blowing facts you missed. This will change how you see things. Viking age sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Viking_age Gustav Skall is a song written by Carl Michael Bellman as a salutation to Gustav III of Sweden, following the coup d'état of 1772, which made himself an autocrat and ended the parliamentary age of liberty. But here's the crazy part. The king very much liked the song and informally it came to function as his royal anthem. And here's why it matters. This changes how you understand Viking age completely. Watch the next one, it's even crazier. But there's more behind this. This is actually crazy. Industrial Revolution sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Industrial_revolution list of fen plants. The following is a list of plant species to be found in a North European fen habitat with some attempt to distinguish between reed bed relicts and the car pioneers. But here's the crazy part. However, nature does not come in neat compartments so that, for example, the odd stalk of common reed will be found in car. And here's why it matters. This changes how you understand Industrial Revolution completely. Subscribe if you love content like this. Let's break this down. This will change how you see things. British Empire sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. British_Empire. The Macaluso Sisters. The Macaluso Sisters is a 2020 Italian drama film co-written and directed by Emma Dante, based on her own 2014 play of the same name. Wait, it gets better. It was entered in the main competition at the 77th Venice International Film Festival. And here's why it matters. This changes how you understand British Empire completely. Subscribe if you love content like this. Let's break this down. 99% of people don't know this. Ancient Egypt sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Ancient_Egypt Strawberry Generation. Strawberry generation is a pejorative neologism used in Taiwan for Taiwanese people born from 1990s onwards who bruise easily like strawberries, meaning they cannot withstand social pressure, or work hard like their parents' generation. The term refers to people who are perceived as insubordinate, spoiled, selfish, arrogant, and sluggish in work. But here's the crazy part. And here's why it matters. This changes how you understand ancient Egypt completely. Watch the next one, it's even crazier. Let's break this down. 99% of people don't know this. Renaissance sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Renaissance Stefanescu is a common family name in Romania. And it gets even weirder. Persons named Stefanescu include Andrei Stefanescu, musician Barbu Stefanescu de la Vrancia, writer Cornelia Stefanescu, literary critic and historian Costica Stefanescu, footballer Eugeniu Stefanescu Est, writer Eusebiu Stefanescu, actor Florian Stefanescu Goenga, psychologist George Stefanescu, painter Grigori Stefanescu, geologist Melchizedek Stefanescu, bishop and historian Saba S. And here's why it matters. Stefanescu, geophysicist Stefan Stefanescu, historian. This changes how you understand Renaissance completely. Watch the next one, it's even crazier. But there's more behind this. You've been told this wrong your whole life. British Empire sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. British_Empire. Rashid Faznejad. Rashid Faznejad is a Kurdish singer, composer, and violinist. And it gets even weirder. His songs and music are composed in the style of Kurdish folk music and in all two dialects of Sorani and Kermanji, which is a reference in pure music in the Kurdish music collection. And here's why it matters. This changes how you understand British Empire completely. Follow for more facts like this. Here's why this happens. 99% of people don't know this. Stress sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Stress Siege of Plataea. The Siege of Plataea took place in 429 to 427 BC, during the Peloponnesian War. And it gets even weirder. At the beginning of the conflict, the Thebans attacked the city of Plataea, an Athenian ally on the border between Boeotia and Attica. And here's why it matters. The initial Theban attempt to capture the city failed, but in 429 BC the Thebans' allies, the Spartans under their king Archidamus II, laid siege to the city. This changes how you understand stress completely. Subscribe if you love content like this. Now let's take a deeper look. Nobody talks about this. Immune system sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Immune_system Keter Mound. The Keter Mound is a Native American mound in the southwestern part of the U.S. And it gets even weirder. And here's why it matters. State of Ohio. This changes how you understand immune system completely. You need to see the next video. Now let's take a deeper look. Nobody talks about this. Meditation sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Meditation insecticides are pesticides used to kill insects. Wait, it gets better. They include ovicides and larvicides used against insect eggs and larvae, respectively. And here's why it matters. The major use of insecticides is in agriculture, but they are also used in home and garden settings, industrial buildings, for vector control, and control of insect parasites of animals and humans. This changes how you understand meditation completely. You need to see the next video. Now let's take a deeper look. You've been told this wrong your whole life. Immune system sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Immune_system Yangon General Hospital. The Yangon General Hospital is a major public hospital in a 14-hectare compound in Yangon, Myanmar. And it gets even weirder. The 2,000-bed hospital consists of 7 medical wards, 3 surgical wards, 2 trauma and orthopedic wards, and 28 specialist departments for inpatient care. And here's why it matters. The hospital also runs an ER for general medicine, general surgery, and traumatology. This changes how you understand immune system completely. Subscribe if you love content like this. But there's more behind this. You've been told this wrong your whole life. Anxiety sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Anxiety Lomello Baptistry of San Giovanni ad Fontes. The Baptistry of San Giovanni ad Fontes is a religious edifice in Lomello, Lombardy, northern Italy. But that's not the most shocking part. An example of Romanesque Lombard architecture, it is annexed to the Basilica of Santa Maria Maggiore, another early Middle Ages structure. And here's why it matters. This changes how you understand anxiety completely. Subscribe if you love content like this. Let's break this down. Nobody talks about this. Sleep sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Sleep Hamyeopseong. Hamyeopseong is a Joseon-era Korean fortress in what is now Hamyup, South Chungcheong Province, South Korea. Wait, it gets better. Hamyeopseong was built between 1417 and 1421 during the Joseon period. And here's why it matters. In January 1963, it was listed as South Korea's historical site No. This changes how you understand sleep completely. You need to see the next video. Subscribe for more deep insights and hidden knowledge.